Hello YouTube, I'm back with the next My Little Pony review, and today I'm reviewing the Revolt of Paradise S8. It's a two-part storyline, kind of teaching the lesson of, sometimes a quick fix is not always the best answer, and it turns out to be the worst answer here because they need to fix Paradise. The ponies need to fix up Paradise Estate, which is falling apart in so many ways, so they end up going to a ghoul for paint that can get them, the help they need. And of course, as it turns out, one should stop and think that when someone you don't know conveniently has everything you need right there, there's probably some sort of catch to it. As it turns out, there's a major catch. In fact, everything they use the paint on comes to life. Literally making inanimate objects animate, actually moving around with faces. But at first, it's not so bad. This may be partially the intent of the paint, or this may be partially the intent of the furniture with the faces. Because, they're nice, they help out. Please and thank you, all that stuff, but then they start getting bossy, and then eventually they get sick of it and they decide to take over. Which leaves the ponies to go back to the same ghoul that actually gave them the paint in the first place to reverse the magic. But of course, does he do that? No. This was seemingly part of his plan to take over Paradise Estate, and he gets inside. But of course, the furniture proves to be too much for him. The only one that's actually the furniture that's not affected at all, more than likely because the paint is not applied to it, is Baby Cuddle's little dune buggy thing, little baby carriage. Because that continuously throughout the entire storyline does not have, in fact, she's completely, she sings it. Although, yeah, now I think about it, it is affected to some extent, but not fully, because regardless, it is always out there. It's the one that actually helps save the day, to be honest. Never harms Baby Cuddles at all. In fact, it helps it go to sleep. Even boots the ghoul out, but the ghoul comes back. That is until the ponies finally, ironically, end up using the paint on the ghoul's wand. The very wand that ends up... Yeah, because Ghoul ends up using a magic wand, kind of threatened him. It's like, okay, I can turn you guys all out of control. I can beat you guys with one fell swoop of one little wave of my magic wand. The ponies take the paint, they put it on the wand, which means the wand revolts on the ghoul, and that's the end of them. They don't appear ever again throughout the series. But it's certainly very interesting because you never know what's going to happen. It kind of throws you for a loop. You go, okay, they're nice. You may pick up on the fact, okay, there's something more to this. Because, they're acting rather nice for a seemingly major bargain deal, like having everything you need right in a can of paint, really. Of course, by the end of this, it means they've got to go back to the way they were doing it before the mess started, meaning hard work, hammer and nail, all that kind of stuff, but after what they just went through, I think they're happy to have their furniture back to normal. Although I'm sure for the first little bit, they're probably going to miss the good side of the furniture when they were actually being nice and being helpful. Yeah, even things you wouldn't expect to be helpful, like a fence. A bucket, things of that nature. They do help, but that's only because we actually make them help. Not because they've been coated with a bunch of paint and are able to do it themselves. But I think they're willing to live with the lack of the helping furniture, if that means none of the bad furniture. And it works out. It's 2 parts long. I would definitely one to watch. It'll throw you for a loop. You may realize, of course, immediately that there's more to this, given it's probably a scenario we've all seen on cartoons all the time. Since then, and probably even before then, to some extent. And especially since, you're probably going to say, like, oh, yeah, I knew that was coming. But yeah, this is definitely a story I would recommend if you're going to watch this series, considering they kind of don't know, it's a little more action-packed than you might think. Because you're thinking, oh, My Little Pony, it's not going to have any villains, it's not going to fight anybody, they're going to have all, sunshine and rainbows, butterflies and flowers, and they're going to be running around, having fun, giggling, whatever else. Not quite. G1 was definitely probably the exception to all My Little Pony now, and of course, we've had Revolt Magic since then, but This was the first ever My Little Pony TV series to, be released. We did have the movie, but even that also had a villain that actually had an adventure going on. So definitely give these two a shot. I mean, it's only 20 minutes, really. It's like, or I guess more like 18 if you really want to get down to it, considering the fact there's an opening and closing to both parts. But yeah, that's my review on the Revolt of Paradise Estate. Thanks for